Hello everyone, Susan here with Life Stories, and I just want to share another story with you. Uh, Being someone who wasn't brought up in the church, my knowledge of Scripture was lacking quite a bit. But as I have learned and grown over the years, Scripture has become more important to me and more understood by me. And so I have before you two Bibles, and I have two Bibles because one of them was one of the first Bibles that I had. And it was just kind of neat to me how God has spoken to me through different things at different times. So back in about 2003, I believe it was, I found myself reading Ephesians again, one of my favorite books. And the verse right before 10 was actually verse 8. It says, "For it is by grace that you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves. It is the gift of God. It is not by works, so that no one can boast." I remember back in 2003, I was in my kitchen reading this book, having my quiet time. My youngest son came toddling in as he was a toddler, and I was in the midst of this verse and just how it spoke to me, that it is a gift of God. And I remember kind of shooing him out of the room as he was telling me about Bob the Builder, and I sent him back out of the room to go watch Bob again so I could get back into the Word, and just how much that spoke to me, that it's a gift. What God has for us is a gift. And it so spoke to me. And then I picked up my recent Bible. I tend to read the Bible, which the version that the pastor is preaching from, because it's easier for me to understand. And so this is a newer Bible for me. And if we go back to those same verses, it says, "For by grace you," I have circled, "have been saved through faith, and it is not of yourselves. It is the gift." So just the gift of God is what spoke to me over here, and here it is the gift is what spoke to me. And so it just different things how God speaks to us at different times. And just I remember calling my girlfriend up when I heard that verse, and I knew that I finally understood that God had a gift for me, and I had to choose to accept it or not to accept it. You have that same choice, to choose to accept it or not to accept it. So this was from Ephesians 8 through 9. So I just encourage you to look those verses up and see what God has for you. So this is Life Stories, where God gives us a life story and turns it into love stories.